Good day everyone, we are the Group 7 and our report is all about the 4 R's of waste management, a guiding principle for CWTS and LTS students. So the most cost-effective way to manage waste is to do something at the source of generation. The source are the households, offices, or institution that will be tackled later on by my groupmates. So waste management activities such as sorting of waste and recovery can be best done at this point. The following are the practical tips that should be at the core of any ecological waste management. But before we proceed to our discussion, let's differentiate first the waste from waste management. So when we say waste, it refers to use or consume products or materials. Ito yung ginamit na natin, yung di na natin napapakinabangan. And when we say waste management, it refers to the practice of proper and effective waste disposal. It is implemented anywhere in order to clean the environment and make everyone healthy. So ito yung 4 R's. So pag sinasabi natin na waste, ito yung mga kalat or yung basura. Tapos pag sinasabi nating waste management, ito yung mga paraan kung paano may iwasan yung kalat or ating mga basura. Okay, next, the 4 R's of waste management is the first, way of organizing garbage and waste materials. It promotes clean and healthful environment. So, kapag yung isang environment ay i-apply niya yung tinatawag natin na 4 R's, mamimake sure niya na magiging healthy or clean ang isang environment. Next, transform garbage into something useful. So, yung mga patapunan ng mga bagay ay mataturn niya into something useful. Diba? Third, making earth free from any garbage or waste material or yung tinatawag natin nga na zero waste. So dahil nga mag-a-apply tayo ng 4 R's, so ibig sabihin wala nang matitirang basura or waste. Kaya super helpful talaga nitong 4 R's. And last, free earth from any kind of garbage or any kind of harmful materials. So ito na yung the 4 R's of waste management na sinasabi ko kanina pa. We have the reduce, reuse, recycle, and repair. Okay, reduce. When we say reduce, it means that we should not create nor make waste materials as much as possible. Buy what is only needed. And reuse materials. Refuse buying products that are harmful to the environment. For example is yung plastic bags. Dito sa Moncayo we have 7-Eleven. So noon before siguro mga wala pa yung COVID ay pagbibili ka ng isang product nila doon ay ang lalagyan nila ng yung binili ay yung mga plastic bags or yung mga cellophanes, di ba? So ngayon instead na gagamit sila ng mga cellophane or yung mga kanang plastic bags ay gumagamit na sila ng mga paper bags or yung mga eco bags para mababawasan ang mga basura. Mare-reduce nila yung kalat kasi pag gagamit kasi tayo ng mga yung mga plastic bags or yung mga cellophane ay matatagal itong mag-dispose. Kaya instead na gagamit tayo ng mga plastic materials or yung mga plastic bags or mga cellophane, gagamit na lang tayo ng mga paper bags at eco bag kasi mare-reuse natin yun, magamit pa natin ulit. Another example of reduce is yung mga disposable spoons or fork. So, instead na gagamit tayo ng mga disposable na mga gamit, pwede naman tayong gumamit ng mga mahuhugasan ulit. Like yung mga metal spoons, metal forks, di ba? So, ibig sabihin ay marireduce natin yung mga possible na mga bagay na itatapon na natin. Okay, next we have the reuse. From the word itself, re, tapos use. It means gagamitin mo siya ulit, as is. Donate the materials or things that you have used instead of throwing them. So, kung napakinabangan mo na siya, for example, sa damit, pag di na siya kasya sa'yo, pwede mo naman siyang ibigay sa iba. at marireuse nila yun as is. So, do a garage sale. Lalo na ngayon ay uso na yung ukay-ukayan. Kadalasan, nasa bodega or garahe lang natin inilalagay ang mga bagay na maaari pang gamitin. Pwede naman nating ibigay sa ibang tao or ating ibenta, di ba? So, imbis na itapon natin, ibigay na lang natin sa iba para naman ito ay mapapakinabangan pa at mare-reuse nila. So, kasi mamaya, may word tayo na tinatawag natin na recycle. So, baka malito kayo pag reuse kung ano yung pinakamaterial na bagay. Gagamitin mo siya ulit as is. For example, yung bote, bumili ka ng 1.5 na soft drinks, tapos ngayon, naubos mo na ang laman. Nilagyan mo siya ng tubig at inilagay mo siya sa ref. Yun yung reuse kasi di mo naman iniba ang bote. So, dito na tayo sa pangatlo. Ito yung recycle. So, recycle is a process of remanufacturing or reprocessing used materials. Transfer any recyclable materials and think of recycling materials. So, dito, pagkumparahin natin si reuse at recycle. So, a while ago, sinabi natin na when we say reuse, you were using the same material again and again. But in recycle, yung isang material or yung isang bagay ay ma-turn mo siya into something useful or into another product. So, for example, kanina yung bote natin, kung lalagyan mo lang siya ng water or tubig at ilalagay mo siya sa ref. So, then ginamit mo siya ulit, yun yung reuse. Kasi hindi mo naman iniba ang kanyang forma. Ginamit mo lang siya ulit. Yun yung reuse. But once yung bote na yun ay ginamit mo or ginawa mo siya, for example, na ginawa mo siyang parol or flower base, kumbaga naiba na yung itsura niya. Doon pa lang papasok ang recycle or recycling. So remember ha, na when we say reuse, you were using the same material again and again. But in recycle is you are using the materials or you will turn it into something useful or into another product. Yan yung recycle. The last, we have the repair. So repair means to fix anything broken as much as possible and be resourceful. So dito sa repair is papasok yung pagka-resourceful ng mga tao. Just like for example, kapag meron kayong isang bagay, halimbawa sa upuan or mesa na mga nasisira na, imbes na itapon mo siya agad, pwede mo siya i-repair. So through that, nakapagbawas ka na ng kalat, di ba? Kasi imbes na bumili ka ng bagong material, bagong upuan or mesa, i-fix mo na lang muna siya. So dito sa repair is magiging resourceful tayo or magiging mapamaraan tayo dito. So that is repair. So as long as i-repair mo lang yung isang bagay, yan na yung tinatawag na repair. So okay, kapag sinunod natin ang mga ito, yung 4 R's, paniguradong gaganda din ang ating environment. So that's all.
Avoid overpacked goods because it helps to reduce our use of natural resources including water and energy and minimize the amount of waste going into landfill. The impact of overpackaging can lead to a negative consumer experience. Avoid disposable goods such as throwaway razors, pens, diapers, and even disposable cameras. It's because razor blades will rust away into nothing, leaving behind the plastics, handle, and casing for dozens, perhaps hundreds of years. Disposable diapers cause waste since they aren't recyclable. However, some diapers are compostable, meaning they break down over time. And most components of disposable cameras are recyclable, but due to them being hard to separate out, a lot of waste disposal and recycling companies refuse to take care. Buy food in bulk. Because shopping at bulk food shops, you will reduce both your packaging and your food waste. Buying in bulk removes the need for unnecessary packaging and single-use plastic. So you're only buying the yummy food and not the only excess packaging. Practice composting. It helps us to improve the structure and health of the soil by adding organic matter, and it helps the soil retain moisture and nutrients. Patronize recycle and recyclable goods because recycling helps us to convert our old products into new useful products. In other words, it is good for the environment. Recycle paper. Once the paper gets recycled, it preserves natural resources, saving energy, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and keeps landfill space free from other types of waste that can be recycled. Choose products with cardboard packaging which comes in brown, gray, or those that specify that they are made from recycled materials. Because cardboard packaging is a surprisingly durable packaging material that can be used to safely store and transport a wide range of goods and products.
Good day, ma'am. Good day, everyone. My topic is all about the 4 R's of ecology. Strategy in attaining ecological sustainability in schools, community-based projects. The school or community can suffer from the same pollution problems as homes. A school or community administrator has many needs to attend to, but in spite of this, he must be able to green up the environment by sponsoring and supporting the cleaning, greening, and beautification program in compliance with the Green Philippines program. Example of beautification program is that last week, di ba, nagkakaroon tayo ng NSTP beautification drive kung saan nagtutulong-tulong ang lahat ng estudyante ng Moncast from first year to third year. Yung iba nagdala ng sako upang pulutin yung mga nakakalat na mga plastics, yung mga supot ng candy, supot ng chicherya, pinupulot iyon upang mabawas-bawasan yung problemang kinakaharap natin ngayon, which are those air pollutions, water pollutions, and soil pollutions. When it comes to attaining ecological sustainability, the 4 R's, reduce, reuse, recycle, and repair, have to be learned and practiced in the communities and schools by the community officials, residents, students, teachers, as well as concerned parents in solving the garbage overload. Now, let's move on to the first R, which is reduce. Reduce means to reasonably limit or conserve the use of materials for more important projects. Ano nga ba yung mga halimbawang bagay na nare-reduce na natin gamitin or nililimitahan na nating gamitin? The common example is the plastic bags. Diba? Kadalasan sa tuwing namamalengke tayo o bumibili tayo ng mga kinakailangan natin o pangangailangan natin, gumagamit tayo ng plastic bags. Which is ngayon, good news kasi meron ng eco bag which is the friendly eco materials na ginagamit upang lalagyan ng mga pinamiling pangangailangan. Now, let's move on to the second R, which is reuse. Reuse is to use again the materials that are reusable, recyclable, and non-biodegradable. Ano nga ba yung pwede pa nating gamiting muli na mga materials? Example yun is ang eco bags. Diba ang eco bags is pwede nating labhan at gamiting muli. Nakaka-save pa tayo ng money, nakakatulong pa tayo sa environment. Now, let's proceed to the third R, the recycle. Recycle is to reuse the material after they were reprocessed either into new products or similar functional products. Ano ba yung mga halimbawang bagay ng recycle? Recycled materials is the common examples are the plastic bottles, the mineral bottles, like 1.5 bottle of Coca-Cola, 'di ba? Pwede natin itong gamitin muli sa pamaraang i-renovate natin o i-innovate natin sila sa mga bagay na gusto nating gawin sa kanila. Like, pwede natin silang gawing basurahan in our own innovation. Pwede rin natin silang gamiting lalagyan ng pen sa paraan rin na gusto natin. Ayun. And then, let's proceed to the last R, the repair. Repair, have items repaired to make them functional and reusable, avoid throwing them. Ano nga ba yung mga bagay na pwede pa nating i-repair? Kasi sinasabi dito, avoid throwing them. 'Di ba? Kadalasan sa atin, pag may mga bagay tayong hindi na natin ginagamit o hindi na natin kailangan, tinatapon na natin, which is mali. Pwede pa natin pala iyong i-repair at gamitin muli upang makasave nga ng money kaysa sa bumili tayo ng bago, pwede pa pala iyong i-repair, 'di ba? So nakaka-save tayo ng money at lalong-lalo na nakakatulong tayo sa environment.
So, good morning, Ma'am. This is my report. So, let's talk about a few ways to reduce garbage overload. So, why it is important to reduce garbage? Reducing garbage is important because it has several benefits for the environment and human health. So, some of these benefits include, first is reducing the amount of waste that goes into landfills. Landfills take up a valuable space and they also release harmful gases into the atmosphere. By reducing the amount of waste we produce, we can reduce our reliance on landfills. Second, conserving natural resources. Many of the products we consume require the use of natural resources, such as water, energy, and raw materials. By reducing our consumption and waste, we can help conserve these resources. So third, protecting wildlife and habitats. Garbage can harm wildlife and other habitats. By reducing our waste, we can help also and protect the ecosystem. Fourth is reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Garbage that ends up in landfills produces methane gas, a potent greenhouse gas. By reducing the amount of waste produced, we can help reduce these emissions. Lastly is saving money. By reducing our waste, we can save money also on disposal cost. Also reduce the need for new landfills to be built. So, reducing garbage is an important step towards a more sustainable and healthy future for both humans and the environment. So, few ways to reduce garbage overload. So, first, conduct a waste audit. So, when we talk about conduct a waste audit, kung may tao audit, so nag-talk about sa garbage overload. So mag-conduct pud ta og kanang waste audit sa ato ang mga basura. It is because important pud ni siya sa ato ang labaw na sa ato environment karon nga air pollution na, garbage pollution na. So we conduct waste audit. It is because that's important nga for example diha waste for example nag-ano ka na kay karon nga day nag-audit ka sa imong waste, imong gitimbang kung pila ang non-biodegradable o biodegradable, and imong gitimbang so mas daghan jud ang biodegradable. So dapat imong reducean. Dapat sulod bulan ana gamayan na lang nimo. So third, use less paper. So kung daghan na kaitag mga na-use na mga papers, so ato adjud hinahinayan og gamit or less na to. Kay it is important po nga ma-reduce po ang papers. Okay? So make recycled papers. So saka like for example, mga papers nga mga or bond paper nga mga na-use na, so ato recycle, like himo na to bulak or flower like ngayon ana. So fourthly is use reusable items. So like mga plastic bottle. So kanang plastic bottle na reuse na to na siya because mabutangan ng tubig, like juice. So magamit og mga reusable items. Like dili ta maggamit ng mga magpalit ta, ilabay ra dayon, so dili ta na. So, dapat magamit ta og reusable items. So don't toss it, donate it. So important po na siya just because instead of ilabay na nimo, i-throw away na nimo, imuhang i-donate. So simple advice, or don't toss it, donate it. It is a simple advice that encourage people to donate their unwanted items to those in need instead of throwing them away. Instead of contributing to the landfill waste, donating items can help reduce waste and make a possible positive impact on their community. Donating items such as clothes, books, toys, and furniture can benefit people who are less fortunate and in need of basic necessities.
So hello everyone, and in the office, what you can do. Number 1, use less paper. Utilize your computer and word processor more. So, for example kung magpa-print mo, katulang mga use yung gamiton, like na napay bakante sa likod or sa likod lang yung printan, pwede mo na kung ipaprint ninyo ka, dili lang kayo importante. Sama na siya. Number 2, recycle your own waste paper into message pads and internal memos. So, for example, anang message pads kay message pads. Nani siya kaning pwede siya sulat gagmay, tapos kanang importante lang, tapos yung langkaton. Ini siya padala nimo kung tayo manugo mo na kung may mga papel-papel nga wala na kayo nagamit, pwede siya imo ginato. 3. Encourage your company, school to buy recycled stationery and regular envelopes. So for example ana kanang mga bakal gani or screen nga bakal nga ibuhat-buhat o kanang dako kay na lingin tapos dito isulod ang mga plastic. Like makita nato sa eskwelahan sa Mungkas na abya dia. Nana. So muna siya example sa kini number 3. Number 4. Set up an inter-office arrangement with paper recycle for the easy and regular pickup for paper to be recycled. So ang example, ang pinaka-example na niya kay magbutang mo og basurahan. Pila ka buok basurahan, di ba? 4. So muna siya, dapat naagi basurahan para kung naay basura, tapos naay mag-agi tao, balik na mapunit. Mapabutang din dito sa basurahan, di ba? Number 5. Recycle newspapers. So, i-recycle niyo mga newspapers. Like, pwede niyo mahimog kuhan sa lantern. Di ba? Lantern. Pwede mahimog mga design sa inyong balay. Kung namin mga used niya or namin mga newspaper nga wala na gamita, pwede na siya i-recycle para magamit pa. Dili na siya malabay sa makadamage pa sa ato nature. Di ba? Pwede na siya i-recycle. Number 6. Avoid throwaway containers. So, dili gyud ta patakaglabay sa aton mga use lang ng mga minerals no or containers kay makadaot na yun sa atong environment, sa atong kapaligiran kay ma-polluted na atong kan kasi taglabay og mga mineral nga wala nato dili na nato magamit. So dapat dili maglabay pero kay pwede ko na siya ma-recycle, himo na siya bulak-bulak, di ba? Pwede ma-design sa balay. Sama na siya. Last is network with other recycling companies, educate using the media, write letters to the editors, and solicit support from the local government. So for example, aning number 7 no, kay mag-research ka or mangita kag mga kauban para makabuhat mo, para magbuhat mo busog unsa para mag-listen sa inyong waste, para magdagan mo magkauban nga mag-recycle, di ba? And i-educate niyo siya kung saan yung gibuhat yung video no, i-share niyo sa social media. So ang uban nga tao nga wa kabalo or unsaon na pagkuan pag gamit nga butang, so unsaon to ni pag-video tapos i-post niyo sa social media, makita to nila, so masundog na to nila inyong gibuhat. Then write letters to the editors and solicit support from the local government. So mo na siya dapat ang mga editor mo na to sila bahala mag-edit para dali masabtan sa mga viewers. Then masundog to nila ilang gibuhat, di ba? So mara na siya. In your community, how communities can promote recycling through a 5-point plan. Number 1. Organize neighborhood associations into a strong coalition of recycling advocates. So, for example, ani kay kung naana mo mga organization sa inyong barangay or asa ka ng puyo, dapat inyo na siyang sundon. Labi na pag kana nga organization guys para makalesen sa pollution or para mag-recycle ng mga materials ng mga recyclable. So dapat yun na siya sundon ninyo kay para naamoy mabuhat sa inyong komunidad. Number 2. Ask the city council to appoint task force to determine how much money the community can save in recycling instead of dumping. So mag-ask daw ka or kita sa city council ug task force para sila na ang mag-determine or maglihok ana kung pila ba or dako ba sila ang kwarta nga masave kung mag-recycle instead of akarglabay or dumping. Sama na siya. Number 3. Publicize the results of the task force finding in local newspapers and on radio and television. So, for example, kung unsa man inyong nabuhat, mabalaan sa task force na maunay na determines nila nga balita daw siya, pwede siya ibalita ninyo pinaagi sa radio, newspapers, or sa TV, inyong ipakuhan sa TV para ma-encourage po itong wala nakakita sa tanta. For example, na ay barangay nga walay organization, tas nakakita sila sa TV ngayon, atuon na dahil. So, maka-encourage tanong nga sila kung makapagbuhat pwede na ito nga tirada para malisin food or ang waste or maka-recycle o mga pwede pa ma-recycle nga mga plant materials. 4. Urge the community to create a recycling program. So sa inyong barangay or kung asa ka nagpuyo, kailangan jud na kay tabang para makabuhat mo program or organization nga mag-recycle para sa malisin ang mga waste or malikayan ra nato ang mga pollutions, diba? Kailangan na siya. Number 5. Implement the recycling program immediately. So, i-implement na nimo dayon ang program nga inyong nabuo or nabuhat para ma-aksyonan dayon sa tanan nga nagpuyo sa inyong komunidad or gipuy-an nga kung sa inyong angay buhaton. So, mana siya i-implement na ninyo para sa tanan.
So, I am Jean Pedron, the next reporter. So, my topic is all about shop talk. So, there are 10 golden rules in shop talk. So, the first golden rule is buy local products, because buying local is important for all kind of different reasons. So, the first reason is it is better for you because it is healthy, tastier, more fun, and often less expensive. So the second reason is it is better for your neighbor because you will help create jobs. The next one is it is better for environment because it promotes a sustainable and safer environment by reducing carbon emissions and waste. So the second golden rule is always take your own shopping bag because it can be more convenient to carry and you can help reduce waste. So the third golden rule is avoid disposable items because it is one important step to implementing a low waste lifestyle is reducing the amount of disposable items you use. You can save the energy and materials that went into them and prevent waste. So the fourth one of the golden rule is buy organically grown fruits and vegetables. So why it is very important to buy organic foods? Because it is more nutritious, natural, and environmentally friendly than non-organic or conventional foods. So the fifth one of the golden rule is look for minimum packaging. So hahanapin mo yung mga packaging that addresses environmental issues and reduce carbon footprint and energy costs. So number 6 is you must avoid aerosol sprays because the example of aerosol sprays is Baygon, Glade, aerosol paint spray because it is very hazardous for children because of the chemicals like xylene and formaldehyde. Number 7. Buy products in reusable or returnable containers because it reduces gas emissions that contribute to global change. Number 8. Avoid plastic packaging because our planet is choking on plastic. Reducing the waste of plastic is essential because it prevents pollution. Number 9. Support shops that offer products friendly to the environment because it helps to preserve the environment by significantly reducing the pollution and waste they could produce. And the last one is buy both recycle and recyclable products because it conserves natural resources, energy, wildfire, and disposable space. So my next topic is all about down-to-earth home hints. So there are 10 rules. So the first rule is make or buy non-toxic cleaners. So green cleaning products are likely to pose fewer health risks, much safer, and more suitable, especially to those people who has a weak immune system or health conditions. Number 2, avoid using pesticides in the home because excessive um, application could cause the pesticide runoff or seep into water supplies and contaminate them and could be harm into the children. Number 3, read labels carefully. If we ate something or if we ate a product, we must carefully read the labels because it is very important in order for us to be aware about the expiration date or the hazard of that certain product. Number 4, use all cleaners moderately. It is very important that we use the cleaners moderately in order for us to prevent the spread of germs that may cause illness. Number 5, keep your toiletries simple because it will help you to protect yourself from getting disease. Number 6, avoid overpackaged cosmetics and cleaners because overpackaging harms both environment and customers. Hence, its use must be reduced immediately. Number 7, learn which additives are harmful and avoid them. Number 8, choose biodegradable products because it is easily decomposed and are consumed by soil and natural components. Number 9, avoid aerosol cleaners. Just like what I told in my previous topic, the example of aerosol is the baygon. So it is very hazardous, especially to the children. So we must avoid that in our cleaner. Number 10, do not buy products that have not been tested on animals because it may risk our life. So the next topic is use it again, recycle. So the 10 golden rules. So these 10 golden rules is the example of recycling a product or a materials. So the first one is separate your garbage for recycling. Number 2, compost your food scraps. Number 3, use things until they are really worn out. Number 4, buy milk in glass bottles instead of cartons. Number 5, be wary of the disposable tag on products. How can you dispose of them? Number 6, avoid plastic. Number 7, buy recycled paper. Number 8, reuse envelopes, plastics bags, and containers. Number 9, take your own shopping bag or basket. And the last one is choose biodegradable packaging.
Why recycle? So first, it saves energy. Second, it saves resources. Third, it saves money. Fourth, it saves space. Fifth, it creates jobs. And the last one, it reduces pollution. So the next topic is all about preparing to recycle. To make the most of your waste for recycling, separate and treat them in the following ways. So first is food scraps. Separate food scraps in a container with lid and deposit them regularly into your compost heap for organic fertilizer production. Second, return bottles or glass containers to manufacturers of the products. Glass can effectively be recycled forever. Reuse the glasses or bottles depending on your needs. Third, paper. Newspapers and other paper products are suitable for recycling and reusing. Fourth, steel cans. Rinse cans to remove food scraps and squash them flat or reuse them as container or flower pots. Fifth, metal. Keep all forms of scrap metal. It's worth money. You can sell them to scrap merchants. Number 6, aluminum cans. These are worth money. Squash cans flat for collection and sell them for extra money. Number 7. Car oil. Collect waste oil in a container. Many service stations collect this for recycling. Number 8. Car tires. Use worn out tires for anything else, like swing in the garden and flower or plant boxes or containers. Number 9. Plastic. Plastic has a very little recycling potential. Reuse plastics as much as possible.